Welcome, CommanderSmiths.
We are the CommanderSmiths.
I'm Adam Smith.
And I'm Lowry Smith.
Don't worry.
We're cousins.
We're cousins. This is episode 163. 163. It's a very special episode, actually, because we promised things for the Discord patrons and all that fun stuff. And once we got to 50
this is it.
Patrons, this is what we're gonna do. So we're doing, what are we calling this, Larry? What are you're the genius behind this, because I have some things we'll get to later.
I don't know about the genius
because I didn't have any part of this, because I had some things going on. So we'll what do we got going on here?
The main big segment, and this might take a while too. It's going to be called the State of Commander.
Ooh, and interesting.
We are going to myself in the Discord actively try to find a card for each state that we felt represented it, and it was a lot of fun and really enjoyable.
There's gonna be a lot of shout outs.
Yeah, so a lot of shout outs. So everybody gets their name on that contributed.
B, we're turning this into a game because I had shit that went on this weekend and I couldn't contribute, so I have no idea which ones got picked. When we started it, I was there.
Yeah.
But Lowry started collaborating all the suggestions and tallying this whole thing together. So we're turning this into a game where Lowry and you guys can play along as long as you're on the Discord. Well, the Discord members can too.
Yeah.
But you are going to name some cards, and then I'm going to try to guess which state it is. So this is our Stump the Smith Savant this week. It's more of for me, I guess.
Yeah. So it's pretty fun.
It's the only way that I could
learn
play
a lot about a bunch of states.
Yeah. So that's what I did with my homework. I was like, I took every state and I put it down. I'm like, okay, things that represent this state. And then some of it was like Alabama was the Crimson Tide. I'm like, that's not going to come into this. So I didn't write that one down.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
It might. It very much might.
But yeah, like I was saying, had some issues this week. I won't get too in depth with it, but my dog suddenly passed away. She was older. She was 11, but she wasn't like showing signs that anything was wrong. But yeah, my wife was playing fetch with her, and she came back after one of the fetches and just collapsed. And then I brought her into the emergency room vet because it was at 6:00. So there was nothing open. Our vet was like, you got to go to the emergency room. So brought her in, and she had a ruptured tumor and she was internally bleeding. And it's just nowhere in that drive did I think that she wasn't coming home. And so I didn't bring my wife. I didn't bring the kids. The car seats were in my car. And we had to make a decision if we were going to spend $5,000-$6,000 on a surgery that she might not survive. And even if she does, he was like, you're getting 2 weeks, maybe 3 months at the most. So it was the hardest thing, because that was the dog that my wife and I got. She's our first kid, and we just had our cat pass away, a couple months ago, which maybe prepared me for this. But what it did was that one was like, hey, you can say goodbye. You got a couple weeks. She was deteriorating, and at least we had a couple days. This was like Dory was playing. She was playing with me, and then she was gone. And it was just the hardest we've both just crying, endless crying Thursday and Friday. I honestly was worried about this. I was like, am I going to be able to tell this without losing it? And so far so good. I think I'm good. It's been long enough. I'm glad it didn't happen on Sunday, because there's no way I would have done this cast.
We might have had to take our second break.
But yeah, so it was it's tough.
I got teary-eyed when you told me about it. It's just like, shit.
It's hard. Because I haven't had anybody close die to me. I've had my grandma on my mom's mom die, but she was suffering for months and months, and she had emphysema, and it was just bad. That was bad. Grandma Jane, our grandma, she passed away. You were closer to her. In fact, when we found out about that, we were at a draft or a pre-release.
Yeah. Mirrodin Besieged.
Yeah. And I remember we like opened the packs and maybe played one game. And then, or
it was when we were opening up our packs.
Yeah. I remember just tears in your eyes and like grandma died. And like, I was never close, like me and her butt heads, but you were very close to her. And so that was probably, I would say equivalent to me. It is like, this was like a human being to me dying. And I know people are like, oh, it's dumb, your pets or whatever, but Dory was different with us.
It's attachment.
She
that is what it is.
Before we had kids, she came everywhere with us, you know.
Mm-hmm.
She was a mean dog to other dogs, but she was nice to everything. So, but yeah, I don't know. This is the first time I've ever had to deal with that. And there's some serious depression stuff that comes in with it. And I was just like, dude, I'm out this weekend. I can't even deal with it. I checked into the Discord, but I never like participated with everybody. So you were a freaking all-star. You just rocked it this weekend.
I just did what I did.
What are you drinking there, Larry? Let's Dory, she was a great dog, amazing dog.
She was.
And we'll just leave it at that. So what are you drinking?
It's a cool can.
That is pretty. Oh, that's a T-Rex right there.
It's a dinosaur. It is called Rage Against the Dying Light. This is from. Yeah.
I thought I was going to do Rage Against the Machine stuff.
Almost a cool name. This is from Wildmine Artisans, which is a really good company. I haven't had anything that I haven't liked from them. This is
that another big can right there?
Yeah, it's a tall one. It's not like a tall and a wide one, but this is a Imperial Stout with cocoa nibs, vanilla, and Uganda coffee beans from Up Coffee Roasters. So when I bought this about a month ago, I was like, ugh, it was really rough to drink. Took about a month to smooth out, and now it is prime stuff. Maybe I shouldn't do hand signals behind the mic.
It's only for the YouTubers.
Yeah. But very good.
What was this from again? I don't remember you did that, but
we were playing Magic. It didn't matter. I think it was something about eating sausages, and then it just turned into a dick joke.
That's also a visual for YouTube there. I am drinking flavored water because I think I had too much to drink this weekend. No, the gout medicine stuff. I went to my doctor on Friday, so it was the day after the Dory stuff. And that night, my wife and I were up till 3 a.m. just crying and drinking and crying and drinking. And so my labs came back. They took blood for the gout stuff. Good news is my uric acid levels went down. I have to double my dosage, though, because they're like, we want it a little bit lower. But then they're like, you probably shouldn't be having any booze for a little bit because your liver stuff or whatever. And I was like,
yeah,
I think it's because I just boozed right before I came.
That could be it.
I had to, and I texted you this. I was like, this sucks. I have to go to the doctor and my eyes are just bloodshot and they're going to think I'm, and you know, we have our masks on, I have my mask. So all people are seeing is just your eyes. And so I got so many double takes that I had to by the time I got in with the nurse, I had to announce. I was like, my dog died last night. Just so that they were aware. And then she told the doctor. So when he came in, he's like, oh, I heard you had a rough time. I was like, yes, I'm glad I don't have to keep explaining it. Cause I put I got the double take at McDonald's. I'll tell you that. Cause I went to pay and the guy was just like,
I'm sure they see that all the time.
But he gave me like the extra stare. He like leaned in and I'm like, my sunglasses are going on now. Even though it's not sunny out, I am going to wear these sunglasses. All right. I don't think we want to we got a lot of stuff to get to. So yeah, let's get to our tags. But first off, we do have a new patron this week. Wait, to get the applause. Hold on. Well, or this.
Hello, boobies.
Oh, we just use that for everything, right?
But yeah. Well, we could do like the other one, like.
Are all the sets of
no,
boobies.
That doesn't work. What would be the best one? Just
hello, boobies.
that one.
Yeah, something nice and short.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like gazongas.
Chimichangas. But hello.
I mean, I
boobies.
do like chimichangas.
So yes, we do have a new patron. Hello, boobies. Our new patron is Matt Maduro. I think Maduro. Whatever.
I'm not
Maduro,
looking at the name.
You
Matt.
go ahead, Lowry.
Welcome to the Meat Force.
There we go.
Thank
So
you.
new patron, you can become a patron if you donate $1 or more to the Discord. That gets you into the Battle Box League. Childish humor. Oh, I'm like actually reading this. So unsnipped, which
add in childish humor.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Childish humor. Oh, stop reading your notes. It's just whatever. Okay. You get unsnipped, which, we got 3 people. No, we figured out 2 people watching that because
it was me. I accidentally clicked on it. Sorry to throw off our numbers.
But it gets you into Battle Box League. It gets you playing games. Lowry played some games with regular decks for the first time in months.
It was
this
wonderful.
Weekend. Yeah, he played like 5
since
hours
December.
of Magic.
Easy. Maybe before.
Which we are in talks of shifting things a little bit to add in spell table, because we've been getting a lot of requests for that, especially for League, because then you have all those cards that you open. The problem that I have with spell table with regular decks is I play with a lot of proxies and it doesn't recognize it. So that's the reason why we haven't been doing that. But definitely League, we're going to start adding that in as well. So $5 or more gets you a proxy each month. Mentioned last week, if you're $100 or more lifetime patronage, whatever, donator, whatever you want to call it.
They both work.
You can pick any proxy that has been on the proxy of the week each month when it's during that time, according to whatever level you're at. So there's that. There's some other things to come with that. The free way to support the show is what we've been doing with YouTube, the push to 1K. Go to YouTube, subscribe there. We've been getting tons of subscribers, views, all that fun stuff. Lowry's Curated MTG is on there. This week was, I got it written down, but do you want to say it?
You mean today's? Scalding Salamander.
So that one is that, what is it? Your death touch crap is just ridiculous. What is that little?
Well, so what it does is when it attacks, you can pay 0 and deal 1 damage to all non-flying creatures that opponent controls. And if you give it death touch, it will kill all of their creatures.
Just
and if there's there's a aura called Charisma, where you would steal all the creatures that don't die after 1 point of damage. So I show both of those, and it seems it's a great card. I like it. I think I talked about it in Kethis last year, and I think I also had it in my Niv Mizzet Perun deck 2 years ago, year and a half. So I like the card. It shows up.
It's a Lowry card. It's a nice kind of board sweeper. Taker, whatever. But yeah, so that is on our YouTube page or YouTube channel. You can check out that video along with the Proxy Time videos, which is the proxy of the week. Do a video of recording that each week. What else do we have in there? Oh, we are going to have eventually the league games, the championship game, when I get around to editing that. That's like 3 hours of editing or 2 hours of editing. So I'm going to get that up. And then we have just the tip videos on there as well. So that is the free way to support the show. If you don't have any money to support us, that is totally fine. Just jump on YouTube, subscribe. That's all you got to do there. You can also follow us on Twitter, CommanderSmiths. You can see the Curated MTG. You can see Proxy Time. What else? Not sharing with Adam. Mail Day. And you can direct message us as well there. Forgot to mention YouTube. This episode and all our future episodes, as long as we don't have errors and all that crap, you can see everything visually. Cards are popping up. We have the previews of whatever we're talking about. So the Scalding Salamander popped up as we were talking about there. So that's another reason why to jump over to YouTube and see our shining faces. And then direct message us on Twitter, or you can email us, CommanderSmiths@gmail.com. All right. I think that's it, right? I got my list here. I got to keep that close because that's my guessing list. So I do have a Stump the Smith Savant, but
this is a request from Gwen.
From Gwen. So hang on, let me get the music up. It's It's time for everyone.
Okay, I'm going to talk over this a little bit. So I'm like 2 months behind in listening to recording. When we first started doing this, we had talked about trying to get a celebrity to do this, and I'm on board. I reheard it, and I was like, "That's a great idea." We could pay like Drew Carey to say that, like the guy who did Price is Right.
Yeah.
Now after Bob Barker, I think that would be fantastic. Not insulting your gig because it's fantastic.
No, it'd be nice to have a cameo and get a cameo
that'd be
person
awesome,
to do
right?
that. Yeah, no, I dig that a lot. That's a good idea.
Okay,
I like it.
Let's see if we can do that.
Or others can buy it and send it to us. That would be cool too. Hint, hint, wink, wink. All right. So how this game works, this is going to be a quick one. This one is from Gwen, one of our Discord members. I'm going to read the flavor text of a card. Lowry's going to try to guess the card. If he guesses wrong, he will hear this.
Wrong, 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 wrong.
If he gets it right, he will hear this.
Hello, boobies.
He can only ask yes or no questions, and those are the things that you'll hear if you're yes or no. And then if he gets a clue, it's -5 points, and if he wrong guesses, -10 points. Starts with 100 points, don't matter. All right, ready? From Gwen, here we go. This legendary dragon is a powerful engine of destruction, virtually invincible. Very few have faced this awesome creature and have lived to tell the tale.
Nicobolus?
Wrong, 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 wrong.
Destructive dragon. Is it a dragon? Did you hear?
Okay. You didn't hear it. You must have paused.
All right.
Hello, boobies.
Okay, so it is a dragon. I was just making sure. Is it a red dragon of some sort? Really narrowing this down.
Wrong.
Is it a multicolored? It's not a red dragon.
Not a red dragon.
Okay.
But multicolored hello boobies.
So it's not a red dragon. It's multicolored. Holy shit.
This legendary dragon
I'll
is
take
a powerful. Okay. Let's see. So you already got the color. Oh no, color. It's multicolored. It's blue and white.
Ojutai?
Wrong, 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 wrong.
This legendary dragon is a powerful engine of destruction, virtually invincible. Very few have faced this awesome creature and have lived to tell the tale. Another clue?
Wait, so it's a blue-white, multicolored, blue-white dragon.
The clues are going to be brutal. You're going to have trouble with this one. I'm sorry.
I'll take another clue.
There's an archetype built around this card.
There's an archetype built around a blue-white dragon. Archetype in what? Do I get to know that?
Okay, so
is it like a modern legacy commander? I'm assuming commander. Every legend has,
but originally came out in a video game in 1998. First actual TCG printing wasn't until 2002.
Is it a? Is there a third? Is it 3 colors or just the 2?
Just the 2.
Just the 2. Is it a legend?
It is a legendary creature. That was another clue that was up there.
I was just making sure on that. Blue,
I should have done
white,
hello boobies. Sorry.
Hello, boobies.
legendary dragon. Thank you. Now I know.
Cost to summon is 8.
Is it like blue, blue, white, white, 4 colorless?
I have no idea. That's the only thing that she.
Did you even look up the card?
Well, power and toughness is 3,000 over 2,500.
Is this a fucking Pokemon card or
Close.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
There we go.
Is this a Yu-Gi-Oh card? How in the
Yes.
shit am I gonna get that?
She wanted to do it because it was April Fool's for about that's when this is coming out. So she's like, this is an April Fool's one. So it's actually it's Blue Eyes White Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh. So
All right, fair enough.
that's why
I can see why you didn't look it up either.
Yeah.
Because when you go into games where numbers don't matter, then that's
3,000 over
how big was it? It was
2,500.
30. That was stupid. You on all of those cards, you can take off 3 zeros and be perfectly fine.
Yeah, exactly. 3 over 2.5. Yeah. Or 3 over 2. It is kind of crazy. They just make it seem
Bring it
so
down to the
dramatic.
lowest denomination.
All right. So I don't have obviously an opener for this. So let's just do
We
what
go back to
always-
Hard Rock.
Hello, boobies.
I love boobies. I love
That- yeah, all right.
bazongas. I love knockers
and chimichangas.
I love melons and bonbons and Winnebagos. I'll take a big chest of shirt potatoes because I love boobs.
Okay, I got to cut it out there because it might get flagged
Shit
on YouTube
potatoes.
for us stealing too much because that's what happened with one of the unsnipped ones because I used it for too long. If it's over a certain amount of time, they're like, copyright. So cut that one off there. All right, so
Good thing we're not making any money off of it.
yeah, exactly. So the state of
here's
Commander.
Yes. State of the Commander. Okay, so this idea came from a
Oh, yeah, that's a good
thread
point.
with Shivam, who's on the CAG. He's a great follow on Twitter, by the way. He has a
Follow us first,
just
and
always
then follow
thoughts.
him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm all right with that.
Where were you?
Okay, so I mean,
okay, I guess.
he's very consistent. We are just like 1 to 2 times a day.
Not a day.
And so
I mean a week.
no, we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh, I guess you're right. We do have videos
Blocked
going up all
off.
it. Yeah, we do. You're right.
So we try and post a little bit of something.
We take
Okay,
off the
so-
weekends pretty much.
Yeah, for sure. And then he wrote on Twitter going, I should do my own State of Commander thread. And at Adam Western, just a random person, fantastically smart, he put Jorn, God of Winter, is an easy pick for Minnesota. And right after that, yep, I read that wrong. So the intention was, since Shivam is part of the CAG and just kind of he was talking about just doing where he thinks Commander is, like a State of the Union.
Yeah.
And Adam here was thinking about putting a card to each state, and I saw it and loved it.
Yeah.
And I posted it on Discord. Other people loved it.
Yep.
And then it kind of sat there for a little bit of time, and then me and you were like, let's do this.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of our reward for getting over 50 patrons, and we were trying to figure out what we were going to do because originally I think we were going to do like a deck, and this way we're like, hey, everybody can contribute that wants to contribute. It doesn't force anybody to do it if they don't want to, but we got a ton of suggestions. That was pretty sweet.
People loved it.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. So just want to thank you, Adam Weston. Let's double check, make sure that's his name again. But
Well, we'll give him a hello.
it's
boobies.
Western. Adam Western.
Hello,
Yeah.
boobies.
Thanks a ton.
Yeah. So this
this
is gonna be pretty visual. You'll get the cards, but if you really want to see how these are, maybe some of them are more on the art of it, or a lot of these are on the name. I'm guessing that, like I said, I don't know because Larry has put this all
So
together.
I put this together, and so how this is gonna go is let's let's act this one out because you get to choose this one. I'm going to be like the card Grizzly Bear. And because there's bears in this state, and Thawing Glaciers because there's Glacier National Park there.
That's gotta be Hawaii. No, Montana.
Hello, boobies.
Hello.
Hello, boobies.
How am I gonna do that? You're gonna have to get.
I'm just gonna have to say
You're
it.
just gonna say
I'm
wrong.
gonna say hello, boobies,
wrong,
and
wrong.
nah, I'm just gonna say nope.
Okay. But yeah, so that is Montana's because Grizzly Bears was so this was mine. That's why Lowry had that. Is he was like, we're only missing one, and I was like, okay, Grizzly Bears. And then as we were doing Unsnipped, I was like, also Thawing Glaciers could work there because of Glacier National Park. So that's how that's gonna work. We're gonna do shout outs for the people that gave us the suggestions, and I'm gonna try to guess this MFer here.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, Lowry, let's start this off. What do we got for the first state or first card?
The first card
all right
is going to be Zerocool, the Aeon's Torn. So this card was brought up by Ted, and this is the state where Lovecraft lived. H.P. Lovecraft, who created the mythos of Cthulhu and the idea that created the Eldrazi. So this is where the author Lovecraft lived.
Oh man, I don't even know. I can't even look at his state. So wait, who said this one? Ted.
Ted. So that should give you actually a little bit of a clue, and you'll start seeing a little bit of a pattern with that too.
His own state. Fuck. It's not Massachusetts, is it?
No, it's not.
No, because that'd be where he is.
But it is that area. Ted seems to be very knowledgeable about the New England area.
I have no idea. Connecticut?
No. It would be Rhode Island.
Oh, dang it. That's not what I had for Rhode Island. Rhode Island, I had coffee, milk, and chickens.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. So I think your studying is not going to help a whole ton.
No, it's not going to help at all. This is just a checklist of just knocking off the states that I'm gonna put a check next to the ones I get right. I got
okay,
one.
let's go with
this
an
is bringing
easy
me
one.
back to school. Shit, this sucks.
This is going to be an easy one. The card Badlands.
South Dakota.
Who did that one? Yes, and that was from me. So it
Woo!
made it easy. Nice
Got
job.
Got one.
All right. Okay, so you brought this one up in the unsnipped.
Uh-oh.
The card, this one's from Zero. The card Glaciers. And this state has over 3,000 glaciers in it.
Okay, I'm trying to remember. It's a northern state, but it's not Alaska because he was talking about.
I was going, bullshit, this isn't Alaska.
Yeah, because he was saying
I didn't
something
say it like that, but
it was. Now that I have to actually think about it, wasn't it Idaho?
it is not Idaho.
Oh no, it's
You're close.
Hang on. I just have to look and see it. Utah.
It was not Utah.
Shit.
It is Washington. The state of
It is Washington. Okay.
Has over 3,000 glaciers. And I was like, how is that? And that's the most in the US. I was like, how is it not Alaska? And he did all the checking and
full glaciers or something.
Yeah. I think his thought was Alaska just has much bigger ones. So that might make sense.
Yeah. I like it.
So nice job.
That was the only
Zero.
one that I kind of had seen, but I still got it wrong.
Yeah.
So
So I was getting that out of the way.
wrong.
Oh no. You have this one too. So we'll give you this one a little bit. But Hasselhoff said a food token for this state.
Hasselhoff.
This is the only time I yeah.
You got me confused because you're doing a shout out. That's what you're doing because I was thinking. I was like, what is David Hasselhoff?
We have David Hasselhoff on our Discord. People need to join.
Yes.
It is amazing. There is chest hair everywhere. It's just
Okay, so now I was very distracted. Okay, say that.
Shout out Hasselhoff.
Okay,
He
yes.
wants food token because everybody in this state is fat.
Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. It is.
That's funny. Or
And
Wisconsin-
you actually did see this one, but I think
Yeah.
Hasselhoff put it down under where you were. But yours was the cheese takes it all.
the cheese stands alone from the
cheese
onset.
stands alone.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
thought that one would be perfect for
And
that.
somebody else put like
There were badgers
Shirley
before that.
Badger. Yeah.
So I thought for sure there'd be a badger. This was like that's awesome. I like that token.
Okay. Colossification.
Okay, so
T.Coats put this one down.
the really big 2020 thing,
Big,
right?
yeah, big cat 2020.
Is that Texas?
And it is Texas.
Woo!
Everything's bigger in Texas. There we go. All right.
I like
The
this
card.
game.
Yeah, it's
fun.
going well. This is going much better than I anticipated. This one's maybe a little tougher. Goblin Balloon Brigade.
Oh, I kind of
Thor brought this one up.
Oh shit.
And there is a hot balloon race there yearly. It's a big event. I half remember being told this by Grandpa when we were kids.
Is this because Thor's from New Mexico? Is it New Mexico?
It is New Mexico.
Woo!
Wow. Nice job.
Hello, boobies.
All right. I kind of want to go with, is that one on this one? Okay. Polluted Delta.
Oh,
This is Sam Elliott's Mustache brought this one up. He lived there for about 10 years, I think, if I'm remembering right. And so I would say he was not very happy about being there if he's calling this place a polluted delta.
I feel like that would fit with like Louisiana, but I don't know. I don't think that's what it is, though.
No, not Louisiana.
Is it a southern state?
It is not.
Oh. Wrong.
You're right. I'm not even doing the hello boobies. Nah, fuck it. I don't have a button.
I don't have a button bar.
So he lives in a southern state currently, but it's a New England, it's a northeast coast state.
Is that like Maine, Connecticut?
Not that far up.
Oh.
It is New Jersey.
Oh, that makes a little bit more sense. Yeah.
Why does that make more sense?
I don't know. It's New Jersey. I don't know.
All right, which one do we want to do? So this one, okay, this is the card. This one's from me, so I don't care about the shout out. But the card is Basalt Monolith because this card always reminded me of Devil's Tower.
So it's Wyoming.
So it's Wyoming. Yeah. Do you see that though with the artwork?
I can see
the
that.
original
No,
stuff?
definitely can see that.
And
I like that one. That one fits perfect.
And I picked that because we both climbed Devil's Tower together.
Oh,
Good
sentimental.
bonding thing.
Aw.
Yeah.
Wait, I should still do my buttons. Why am I not doing buttons?
Because I'm leading this one. Aw. All right. Let's go to the front side of this.
Oh, it's funny because I have the 25 on one, so now I'm like, okay, next column.
Yeah, you can just move over
here.
All right. This is kind of a cool one. Hall of Gemstones. The card is Hall of Gemstones. Zero brought this one up. This state has 72 different types of gems and semi-precious gems within its borders, which is, I believe, the most in the nation.
Oh, shoot. Gemstone. Where are you digging? Is it like Arizona?
No, but almost directly north of it. Not directly, but go north and you'll hit it. And you have already said the name of the state today.
Idaho.
Correct.
I'm gonna get that one's a half right. Give myself a half point. Interesting.
All right. Let's go with. This one's kind of a cool one, and I almost canceled your grizzly bear because of this, but we're gonna go with bear cub. The card bear cub. This is brought up by Zero, and this is the state that Teddy Roosevelt got kind of his nickname and popularized teddy bears because he didn't want to shoot a bear that was a cub.
Shoot, I kind of saw you guys doing this one, but I don't remember because, like I said, I was just skimming through everything before we knew we were going to turn this into a game.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I would have not looked at all.
I haven't called you cheater yet.
Yeah, Teddy Roosevelt. Does the state start with an I?
Nope.
Damn it.
M.
All right. My other guess was Maine. No.
Nope.
All right.
It is Mississippi.
Damn it.
Mississippi.
Damn it. They have
Let's
the
go with
wood
an
duck
easier
there.
one.
That is their animal. What the hell? Why is it a bear? No,
I just told you a story.
I know. I
That's
got it.
Come on. All right. This one should be pretty easy. The card is Wolverine Pack.
So
And
Michigan.
I chose this one. Yes.
Michigan.
That is
All right.
Michigan. Yep.
Woo! Hello, baby.
The ones I did are very on the nose. Like,
Yeah.
I gotta do this.
Hello, boobies.
There we go.
Ba, ba, ba.
I'll give myself the button when I get it right.
Okay, so some of these, I'm going to go with Sam Elliott's Mustache. He brought up a bunch. So this state has a bunch of examples, and that might also help you who it's from. So he pointed out the card Camouflage. And then there's also, I can't even read, Iron Tread Crusher, which represents trucks. Camouflages for hunting. Abzan Falconer, which is a card, and because they have a lot of birds, falcons in that state.
Ooh.
And then Jaw was talking about Screeching Buzzard as a card because he literally went outside, took a picture of vultures hovering over his place.
So Georgia, because you're giving that.
I accidentally gave away too much there.
Hello, boobies.
Wouldn't have got it up until that point.
But the coolest one that they did was Tree of Redemption. So Jaw was taking this. I want to talk about this one too a little bit. Is they have a tree in Athens, Georgia that owns itself, and
They
8 feet out from its trunk, from the base of its trunk, and so it's its own entity.
What?
Yeah, and so we were putting like Tree of Protection to that, or like, so it was really kind of
That's
cool
interesting.
to, yeah,
That
very
fits pretty good right there.
yeah. Okay, Georgia is gone. Where do you think Rest in Peace would go with? This one's from Gwen. This is pretty
Rest
funny.
in peace. Florida.
Yes.
Hello, boobies.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
That's awesome. I was just like, where are old people? Oh, yeah, Florida.
Where are old people? All right. This one is from me. The card is going to be Windfall. What
Windfall.
state?
So
would-
it could be one of two in my mind. Maine has the windiest, the highest wind speed recorded on Earth. So I'm guessing it's not that. You might be talking about the Windy City with Illinois.
Nope.
Okay, I was wrong on both of those. Do you know that the Windy City is not because it's super windy? It's because the politicians are very long-winded, and that's actually
I do recall that from now that you say it. I wouldn't have been able to guess that, but
Windfall.
you're on track though. At least it's going with the windiest state.
Oh. I mean, you could do with tornadoes and stuff like that. Maybe no.
It does get the most tornadoes, I believe.
So that is either Kansas
Hello,
or
boobies.
Nebraska.
Nah, it's Kansas. You
Is it
got it.
Kansas. Okay.
Yeah. Nice job.
That's a half right. Hello.
Nah.
Hello, B. BBs.
Babies. All right. Let's go with the card Earthquake.
California.
This one's from number 2. Yeah, California. I put down Redwood Treefolk. Mine was a
Hello,
lot less
boobies.
morbid than his. Good job. This is a doubler. So the card is Diamond Valley because this is the only state where we have diamonds being mined in.
Okay.
And
what's the
then
second
there's
one?
Ilharg the Raise Boar for the Razorbacks.
Did see the Ilhrog, but I don't recall what state that was. Who is the one that suggested this one?
Oh, that one was Ted. Ted brought up
Ted.
Ilharg, and then Zero brought up Diamond Valley.
Diamond Valley, Ilharg. It's a
think-
southern.
The big one for me was the Razorbacks. That's a mascot name.
Ooh. Is it Missouri?
Mm-mm.
No. Gosh, are diamonds? So it's got to be mountainous type range. Razorback, is that Arizona?
It is not. It is Arkansas.
That was my next guess. Dang it. All right.
Was it?
Yeah, but I wasn't going to keep going down the list.
Oh. I love this one. Okay. NoobSmith, Acorn Harvest. But imagine it as a apostrophe corn harvest. So a corn harvest.
So we're either going with, which is funny, you would probably think Nebraska, right? That
It
what
is not.
But Iowa is the state of corn, is what it is when I looked at the
Oh,
states.
it's not that either. I just went with him. He was saying this for Indiana,
That works too.
and that's NoobSmith. So, but I mean, like you have so many like agricultural states that
yeah.
it was
Well,
going to be.
I just thought
pretty
it was interesting because when I was doing the search, I was like, what are these states known for? And Iowa was corn, but I was like, that could also be Nebraska. That could be like all right there. But yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cards, multiple, tropical island, volcanic island. Yeah,
Hawaii.
AJ said that one. That one's
Hello,
and Zero
boobies.
said Master of Waves, but AJ gets the rep there. That was easy. All right. Okay. We'll go with an easy one. Actually, both of them are really good. Okay, so Ted is bringing up the card Bayou.
So would that one be Louisiana?
Yes, it would.
Okay.
And the one that's probably
Hello,
a little
boobies.
is also good. Sam Elliott's Mustache brought up Ghost Quarter, which would have been also like perfect for this one.
Yeah. French Quarter.
Yeah. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
Are you doing the X-Men?
I don't know. Okay, so let's go with the card Permafrost Trap. That one's from Zero. And Jaw is thinking that Terramorphic Expanse works for this state.
Permafrost. With the permafrost, you kind of think like a Minnesota type thing. But
You don't,
I don't
have
think
any permafrost here.
No. Well, that'd be Alaska then, kind of.
Right
There we go.
on.
All right.
Right on.
There we go.
And the person that lived in
Hello,
Alaska
boobies.
also approved of Terramorphic Expanse. I
Terramorphic.
can't say his name, so I can't remember it.
You don't know how to say it, or you
I
just
can't, yeah, it's like CZOTZ.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
Something.
about. Yep.
Da-da-da-da-da. How about the card is Dragon Arch, and this is from suggested by NoobSmith.
That would be what?
And for the Arch, which should be the huge giveaway.
So that'd be the St. Louis, Missouri.
Yep. Right on.
Hello, boobies.
Because I was going to try to find the Stone Arch, Arches National Park and all that. That's what I was looking for. I'm like,
oh, yeah.
There we go.
This one's going to be really tough. So Ted suggested chicken a la king for this state because their mascot is the Blue Hens.
Okay.
Their main college mascot is the Blue Hens.
It's going off the
this
college.
one's real fucking hard.
Because there is one that one of the
king.
states does have a chicken as their state animal, but that won't. So
not the thing.
I'm not gonna know. I'll go with Kentucky because it's Kentucky Fried Chicken. Would have been funny if it happened to fit.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. This one is Delaware.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that would have been really tough.
Damn you, Ted. It's a fox. It's not a fucking chicken. That's what it is. It's a fox is their state animal. I did my research.
Let's go with Blood Letter Quill.
Oh.
Kind of because of I think it was with like politicians and writing a lot of rules and laws, and it is not Massachusetts. It's not East Coast.
Shoot. It's not East Coast, huh?
No. It's not a federal government thing. They also had a lot of Demir cards that they were throwing at the state / city. I think it was more aimed towards the major city.
Alabama?
What? Alabama doesn't have any real cities.
I don't know. Wait, are we on page 2 or on page 1 now? Did you move over?
I don't know. We're on page 1 still.
Oh, shoot. I have no idea.
Illinois.
Yeah. I was like, wait a second. I was just talking about politics earlier. Crap. Illinois. Yeah.
Illinois.
I'll give myself a
hello.
We'll switch over to page 2 again.
All right.
Go back and forth a little bit. All right. So this one's going to be from me, and the card is Long Road Home.
Long Road Home.
So what state would that represent for me specifically?
Oh, it's Nebraska. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Hello, boobies.
We have a family farm down there. I used to work down there a lot, and really it was kind of a second home for me. So in Minnesota, when I had to go there, it was a long road home, and when I'm in Nebraska, it's a long road back. So it or I could have went with the acorn joke again with acorn catapult or something. But it was okay.
Did you know that their state animal is a desert tortoise?
I did not. Interesting.
Fun fact.
Interesting. Yeah, you should be throwing in these random facts every state. All right. The state that you're going to be bitter at, and I chose this one, Winding Canyons goes to this state.
Nevada.
No.
And
this is where Canyonlands National Park is located.
Utah.
Yes. Utah is it. Canyonlands is gorgeous.
Yep.
And they have Arches National Park right there too, which is gorgeous.
Yeah, I want to
that whole area is fantastic.
Yeah. That's crazy. What I thought when you were talking about earlier with the Arches stuff.
Yeah. All right. So this one's going to be from Ted again. So geographically put yourself in the Northeast.
In Ted's shoes.
Alexander Clamilton represents this state.
New Hampshire.
No.
Oh. Shoot. Vermont? No.
Nope.
Virginia or West Virginia?
Virginia.
Virginia. All
There we
right.
go.
Myself
And
a
we
vote.
also,
Hello.
NoobSmith also put political trickery because of DC in that area.
Yeah.
But all right. Let's go with RyanW's, who's in North Dakota. Oh shit. We'll skip that. We'll skip it. You don't know the card yet.
Oh,
We'll come back to that. Okay, so T.Coats had a couple for this state. So one card would be Plains, another card would be Tornado, and another card would be Keepers of the Faith because of
Oklahoma.
They are, yeah, Bible Belt. Boop, boop.
Hello, boobies.
Ooh, this one might be tough, but I think it's clever. This one's from me. Dream Halls is the card. And it's because it's the state where the NFL and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame are located.
Ohio.
Ohio. There we go.
Hello, boobies.
Ooh. So this state's card would be Elixir of Immortality. And this is from Ted, but it's Elixir of Immortality is because of the whiskey that they make.
Ooh. The whiskey that they make. Is that... No, that's maple syrup is Vermont. Whiskey. West Virginia?
No.
Tennessee whiskey.
Tennessee. There
Gosh,
you go.
why I see it after. I'm like, oh, there.
Hello, boobies.
All right. This one's a pretty obvious one, but I really like it. This one's from Zero. The card name is Gamble.
It's Nevada.
Yep.
Hello, boobies.
All right. Our Discord's very smart. I think a lot of these are super clever. So
that's good. I mean, it's helping. I've only gotten a handful just completely wrong, but yeah, no, they are fitting really well.
So the card name from Ted, who did both of them, would be Moraphon.
Okay.
Because this state is a melting pot, along with the card name
New York
Gateway Plaza.
New York.
What are you thinking?
New
That
York.
is New York.
Yeah. I was like, Moraphon, New York.
Hello, boobies.
You thought that right? Like that connection was right there.
Yeah. Once you
Right
started
on.
saying the melting pot, like the, yeah.
All right. This one's from number 2, and
Hey, number two.
Hey, number 2. The card is Temple Bell.
Oh, so Liberty Bell, Pennsylvania.
Yes, right on.
Hello,
That one was
boobies.
hard. That was like the last 5 that we figured out.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing I had written down was Liberty Bell, and grouse is their state animal.
All right. This one's from Sam Elliott's Mustache again. He puts the card is Strip Mine because they're a big mining state.
Okay, so we're talking West Virginia.
It is West Virginia.
Woo!
Hello, boobies.
All right. This one's from Ted. So place yourself where you need to go.
That's a hint in itself.
The card name would be Land Tax.
So we're probably talking New Hampshire? No, that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, it's New Hampshire.
Is it New Hampshire?
Yeah. It is. Apparently their taxes are high there.
Okay.
Who knew?
Okay.
Hello, boobies.
They're also known for their fall colors, and their state animal is a newt.
Not a salamander.
Nope, it's a newt. It was a
right.
red something newt, but I just wrote down newt.
All right. So T.Coats put wine. The card name for the state would be Wine of Blood and Iron. There's also Snow-Covered Plains.
Okay.
Or the picture from Apathy. And I put Apathy.
Apathy. Let me see. I got to look at the Apathy. I just want to see the picture of it. Okay.
Just a dude drunk and like super.
The Viking with his helmet with the spear in it. Everybody's fighting behind him. Okay. What were the other clues on that one?
Snow-Covered Plains.
Okay.
And T.Coats put Wine of Blood and Iron.
North Dakota?
It is North Dakota. I left out. So RyanW put the Snow-Covered Plains. And he was looking. He was like drinking. Anybody with drinking.
I actually remember.
Yeah. And so T.Coats threw the Blood and Iron one.
Nice.
So once I screwed that up, a couple minutes ago, I was like, I gotta cover that up now. All right.
There's only a couple left on that side, so I'm gonna really know here soon because I only have 1, 2, 3, 4 more on that.
We're
side.
switching.
All right.
We're switching.
Maybe make it mysterious and go back and forth so I don't know which side you're going to. Yeah. Which side? All right. All visuals.
Okay, how about this one? Generous Gift. This one's from Vangor. Generous Gift because of the elephant.
Because of the elephant. Generous Gift. Shoot.
And that's kind of their mascot.
Oh, is that Alabama?
That is Alabama.
It is Alabama. No. Side note to that one. I do remember that one. And that's probably my cheating part. I think he sent that one. That was like early on, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So, and I liked it or whatever. And I thought, it's getting a little politics here. I thought the generous, in my head, I was thinking he said Georgia. And so I was like, it's a generous gift because Biden won the election. So I was like, I like that. And I gave him like a thumbs up and all this other stuff. And then I realized after I was like, oh, he said Alabama. Whoops. I was like, I'm glad I didn't add in all the other politics stuff into that one.
That's probably a good thing. Yeah. All right. This one might be political then too. Zero put down Suppression Field. He didn't really put an explanation to it, but I kind of got it.
Would that be Maryland?
It is not. Could be though.
Suppression Field. What do I have left? I don't have voter suppression.
Well, that's Georgia now. That's...
man, I don't know. Kentucky?
It is not. He put it for Iowa.
Oh, okay.
So nobody else chimed in.
Wrong.
I got it wrong.
All right, let's go with Zero put down Snowblind.
So Colorado?
Nope.
Snowblind.
You put down one I don't fully agree with for it. Swamp Mosquito.
Oh, Minnesota.
We don't have swamps really.
But mosquitoes are awful.
Yes, we do have really bad mosquitoes.
Awful.
So I fully agree with that part, but we don't really have like we have swamps.
We
but
have
they're not
lakes though. Those are you have swamps. We have so many
the name
wetlands.
of it's not lake mosquitoes, it's swamp mosquitoes.
Well, there wasn't a mosquito one that was just mosquitoes. I was like, swamp mosquito, this is perfect.
I mean, I feel like we could have also done like Yavimaya gnats or something.
Yeah, that's a good point. Fucking bugs here, just awful.
Too much life. Let's okay, so AJ put down riding the Dillu horse.
Oh, watch it. I thought there was
dildo horse.
Riding the dildo horse. What does
Oh,
that
boy.
guy look like?
I
He's
feel like
enjoying
AJ
himself.
set me up right there. That
you
was
know what?
mean.
He already has the picture ready. It's Lowry riding the dildo horse.
He's like, I knew he'd say it like that. Fucking perfect.
Can
All
you-
right. So because of the
that
horses,
saddle really keeps you on. You can go, look, mom, no hands.
I've never had to use the pommel in my life. That's the thing that you hold on to. No,
Yeah.
it's just like a little peg to sit on. Works
Oh
wonders.
man, I you know, this is probably going to be our short. It's going to
Okay.
be interesting editing that one, that thumbnail. Yeah. I need your pictures of a surprise face. Thank you, Lowry. I will cut.
There you go.
All right.
So it's horses. Horses is the
Okay.
main thing to look at.
Kentucky.
There is yes,
Kentucky.
it is. They have this derby there.
Yeah.
Hello, boobies.
Okay, so Gwen wants to say that. Sorry. Tree of Redemption is for this state, and it's because of the oaks. Oak trees that they have.
Would it be Connecticut?
It would be Connecticut.
All right, Connecticut.
See,
Hello,
she gave you
boobies.
a real card for
Woo!
Magic instead of fucking Yu-Gi-Oh.
Not bitter at all.
No. Okay. Frugal Brutal.
Oh, I remember
Frugal
that
Brutal.
one.
He put approach the second sun. It's a very
Oh.
sunny state, but not necessarily the sunshine. It's the sunshine state.
Arizona.
Sunshine state. It is not. Yes, it is Arizona.
Whee!
I thought that was a perfect
Hello,
card for that.
boobies.
All right. The card is snow-covered mountain.
Colorado.
Yeah. T.Coats brought that up.
Hello, boobies.
Yeah. I mean, that was what Montana was going to be too.
Yeah.
And somebody was like, mountain, snow-covered mountain. I was like, Adam, you pick.
Yeah.
You've been there.
I proposed there.
You did. It was very cute. I remember not being there, but
Seen pictures.
all right. Let's go with
Oh wait, no. After I proposed is when we went down Buckskin Gulch. Right after that, we went hiking down Buckskin.
was it right after?
Right after? Yep. When we were coming back from Montana, we met up with you guys in South
that's
Dakota,
right.
and then Cindy kept going.
And your
with,
car had gone to shit?
Yeah. No, not that time.
Is-
We damaged, it was my mom and stepdad's truck. We damaged it with the trailer, but she was driving, she had to then drive the truck and the trailer all the way from Montana back.
Well, we're
home.
basically married. How about you drive all this
Yeah.
home on your own?
Because
I don't remember
the
meeting
whole-
you up there.
Yeah,
But I
the
kinda do
whole
now.
way out there, I drove because I was so excited and to propose, and I drove 16 hours, and then I was like, I need to sleep, or I drove like 12 hours, and then I was like, I need to sleep. Can you take over, Cindy? She was like, yeah, I can do it. She got an hour down the road and started falling asleep, and then I had to drive again.
You got
But
a
yeah,
little
then
break.
on the way back, we met you guys at Custer State Park, and then I rode with you guys out to.
I hardly
Buckskin.
remember that part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's when we.
I mean, like, I
watched,
slept a lot.
We watched Grandma's
that trip.
Boy, and we listened to.
Yeah, I
Nick
remember that.
Swardson. Yeah, so yeah, you guys saw me
okay.
right after. All right. Anyways, next
Cool.
one.
Cool.
Cool story, Hansel.
Okay. Ted, support yourself there. He put Golos, Tireless Pilgrim for the Pilgrims, or Talarian Academy because they have a lot of
Massachusetts.
colleges. It is Massachusetts. There you go.
Hello, boobies.
And then somebody did a dig. It might have been Guy, might have been number 2, but they were like, "Isn't Talarian Academy? Wasn't that a good college?" Zing.
But
But they do have MIT, so Pretty good. Pretty good. All right, let's go with.
I got a couple left. 1, 2, 3,
know what page I'm
4,
on.
5. 5 of them left, and now you just flipped over it.
Yeah. Abominable Tree Folk. This is brought up by Seth.
Abominable. Okay, so Oregon?
No.
Then Vermont.
It is Vermont.
Yeah. Get a half point.
Hello.
Hello.
This one's from Sam's Elliott Mustache. Kudzu.
What the hell is kudzu?
Kudzu is an invasive species of vines that some person in this state thought would really work well in that state, and they were very right, and it is a very bothersome plant currently.
Oregon?
It is not.
It's either South Carolina or North Carolina.
It is
Let's
North
go
Carolina.
with the North. Yeah.
So we have North Carolina for that. Thank you.
So I got Maine, Maryland, South Carolina, and Oregon left. I'll close my eyes so I don't know which way you're going with it.
You wouldn't know anyway.
Yeah.
Let's go with rock lobster or the great crab.
Maine.
And that's from Zero. Yes. Maine.
Hello, boobies.
What about Cherix, the Raging Isle? This one's from Gwen, I believe. I might have just put this one in for her.
I don't even know that one. Cherix. How do you Cherix?
Cherix?
Well, if you're on the same on the same side, so it's got to be Maryland.
Oh, damn it!
It's Maryland.
You're totally right. Okay, but Cherix actually really works well because Maryland.
Oh, it's the big crab. It's the
yeah.
big crab. Okay, because that's what I have on for Maryland was crab. So I would have got.
So Maryland is the biggest producer
Of crab.
fisher of blue crab.
Yeah.
So specifically, that works. It might even be like blue large crab or whatever.
It's
So
funny
I guess
because listen to this: Maine and Maryland. Maine's, known for lobster, but then their state animal is a moose.
Oh,
and Maryland, they're known for crab, but their state animal is it's not a sea turtle. It's some kind of turtle. I didn't write down what it was. Cool story, Hansel. All right, let's get to the other page. Your last two, South Carolina and Oregon. Let's see if I can get this right.
Which one? All right,
get the drum roll.
This one. Oh, this is going to be too easy. All right, T.Coats says that the card Refreshing Rain could go to this state.
Oregon.
Yeah.
Hello, boobies.
Yep. That was.
So then South Carolina is what? From who?
Port Town from Mustache.
Wait. Oh, from.
I don't want to say Sam Elliott's Mustache. It's a mouthful. I'm sorry. It's just the last one. I was just being lazy. I'm sorry.
From Mustache.
From my mustache. Oh, Sam Elliott's Mustache.
You said Port Town in South Carolina. All
South
right.
Carolina, because they're a port thing.
All right. So I got completely wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that'd be 91%. But if I got half wrong, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's not too bad. 85%.
I was highly impressed. I think that went really well.
That's kind of fun. It's going to be a lot of editing cards in there, but actually visually it was more on what the card names were.
Yeah,
there's only a handful of times that I needed to look at the picture.
And so I think the names were really important on this one. And so, but it's it was fun. It was really fun to put together. And I think the Discord's a bunch of smart,
what do we do
people.
when we get 100 patrons? Cause that would be our next goal, right? We got to do something with 100, right?
Yeah. We'll probably just do the next 100 states.
By that time, there'll be 100.
Oh,
That's
boy.
the next time we'll
That's a lot of war right
Yeah.
there.
Well, you heard part of Minnesota wants to
No, they
counties
don't.
want to go over to South Dakota.
South Dakota couldn't handle that.
Yeah.
They hardly can handle what they have.
They have Jake, that's enough. That's inside joke.
It's a lot of work right there in itself.
So do we want to hit one spec? Because we're not at 2 hours.
We're not. We could do this. Yeah. Let's
Do it
this.
quick. Let's okay, let me get to it. There we go.
In the common tongue, it says one
Spec.
to rule them all, one
Spec.
to fight them, one
Spec.
to bring them all, and in the darkness, find them.
All right. So how one spec works is we are picking a card from a set, and it is a card that we think you can put all your money in on, and at some point you can walk away and be profitable. We are going with Time Spiral Remastered this set because yeah, Time Spiral just came out like a week or 2 ago, 2 weeks ago now, but it's very limited of how much they're actually making, and prices actually have already started to come up. So if you didn't get the Sliver Legion like a week ago when it was $35, you had to buy it like I did today for $47. So we're going to kind of put out, there's quite a few things. So just a kind of side note, if you don't have some of these cards that are semi-staples in Magic, or for your toolbox, get them now, because there's a lot of these. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards that I was like, these are solid pickups, especially if you want to get foil ones for cheaper. They won't be this cheap for long. So take a look at all those. So even off of our list, maybe go check out all the other cards that are on there, because they're never going to be this cheap. So Lowry, why don't you start us off with your one spec?
I'm going to go with Summoner's Pact. I was seeing this card for like $3-ish, and this card was printed in Future Sight, Modern Masters, Masters 25, and now. And each time it gets super cheap, and then it recovers up to 10 plus.
Yeah.
So this is a $10 to $15 card. It's going to recover. This is a great card in your modern legacy elves, where you just like pick up the elves that you need, and then boom, it wins you really moves you forward. So it's going to get up to $10.
Yeah,
in my mind. So that's roughly a $6-7 turnaround. Super easy. I'm very confident in that.
And going for the non-foil specifically, because the foils are still at 10. And if you look at the other Masters 25, Modern Masters, don't count Future Sight because that's just so old that, it's 70 right now.
Yeah.
Those other printings only got up to 18, at the most 20. So currently Time Spirals are 10. So you're really looking at maybe a double up. Whereas like you said, the non-foils are at 3. Where those and all the other sets, Masters 25, Modern Masters, has hit $15 to $18 before. So yeah, that's more than a double up. You're looking at triple, quadruple up there.
So that one's just really simple and easy to me. Like I was explaining to Adam before, is like I've done this 3 times already. I went because I built elves and I just never played it, and I don't use tutors. I never really used this one in Commander anyway.
Oh,
but I
did
had
you say
4
what it
from
did,
Future
though?
Sight. What
it does? Maybe we should say it.
It's
a 0 drop.
Pack.
Yeah, go ahead.
You get to go and search for a green creature card and put it into your hand, and then during your next upkeep, you got to pay 2 green, 2 colorless.
Yep, 2 green, 2 colorless.
Or you lose the game, which is a pact.
Yeah, all the packs
effect.
do that. Yeah.
And so this card is a really good tutor. Like if you need to, you can just go, well, Crater Hoof Behemoth into my hand, plop it on board, win the game.
Yeah.
And if you have green creatures that do that kind of thing, it's perfect.
Right.
So there's a card that is just going to go to 10, 15 bucks, and they reprint it. So you need to kind of time it.
Yeah.
For sure. But
Well, Masters 25 was what we did that one. What? That's 3 years ago now, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So
that almost came out right when we started.
Yep. So every about 3 years or so, because then Modern Masters was probably about 3 years before that too. Masters. Yeah.
So
I like that pick.
It's easy.
And I have some tutors to add in there. There's oh yeah, you didn't listen to last week's. We said tutor about 15 times, and I threw a fart noise in every single time we did it.
Thank you.
Like,
I appreciate that.
I was like, I'm just gonna do like the Family Guy over the top, where it's like funny at first, then it's like, oh, okay,
annoying.
That's a little annoying, and then it's funny again because it's over the top. So, okay, my one spec is actually one that you kind of put me on, and I didn't realize I didn't have this card. Surprisingly, I don't get why this isn't. We kind of talked about it pre and unsnipped, but Cloud Key is what I'm going with. Specifically, you can go with the non-foils. Non-foils are hovering around $5-6 right now. The non-foil, the problem with this one is it's only been in Future Sight. Mm-hmm. So difference with Summoner's Pact is it's been printed 2 other times. You can see what they've done. They go up and down. It's a lot easier to be like predict where that one's going to go. This one, because of how long ago this was printed, you know, you're the
just a short supply.
Right. So it has the non-foils at 30 for the Future Sight copies.
Oh, what does Cloud Key do again?
So, okay. Yeah, good point. It's a artifact. It's a 3-drop. As it enters the battlefield, choose artifact, creature, enchantment, instant, or sorcery. Spells you cast of the chosen type cost 1 less to cast. Super solid card, only in 3,000 decks. But I think because of the rarity of this, or how long ago it was printed, how lack of inventory there is out there, how many times it hasn't been printed, that's why it's not in so many decks. Like you kind of said in Unsnipped, is by the time we realized that, you know, well, this card could go in a deck, it was at $15, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is at 30 for the Future Sight. Currently, the non-foils are, like I said, $5-6. I think you could go the foils. Those aren't too bad. I picked up a few today, actually, at like 15. And if you compare it to the Future Sight, which I don't say it's going to be that's up to 70. I think you're more realistically at a double, maybe a triple up. So getting to 45 maybe at some point. If they don't start reprinting it now that they printed it once. I'm hoping that, because you got to remember with this, that's the other part of why I kind of wanted to hit up this set. This was kind of a limited print run. It's not your typical standard set. It's a special set, and they're going to move on pretty quick from this. So I think even looking at these, the foils, there's only 22 copies on TCG. So it's like,
that's pretty short supply.
Yeah. The people are, and I went to my Target and whatever just to see. I was gonna be like, if they have it, I'll buy some packs. I'm not gonna buy any on eBay or whatever. But they didn't have any. Walmart didn't have any. We've been hearing some people were able to pick them up at different places, but
yeah,
there isn't a huge supply on this, so I don't think there's gonna be a big inventory. And TCG, 2 weeks, this should be the top of inventory out there, and there's 22 copies. Yeah. Like that's nothing, you know, for a set that just came out. So I think there a lot of these, not only Lowry's Summoner Pack, there's a lot of stuff. So I even picked up like Pact to Negation I didn't have. So why not pick it up now? Akroma's Memorial, I was wanting to put in my Magda deck, but I didn't have it and I wasn't going to spend 35. Hey, I just picked it up for $16-17. So take a look through that list right now, because this is kind of your peak inventory. Instead of a couple months down the road, right now is probably where you're going to get the cheapest prices.
Yeah. It's a little bit like, this is, I would consider this a little bit like a Masters set, which is generally when it comes out, you're at your peak supply almost right away. And then it starts dwindling pretty quick. And this does seem like a lot less like available than like Double Masters last summer.
And other Masters sets. With that too is that you have people like us that was like, I have all those cards. I have most of those cards.
Yeah.
I'm not buying. So many people, like, not only like talking on the Discord, we saw so many people that are doing the same thing as us, but I've also heard other content creators. I know Goldfish were kind of a couple of them were so on it, and other people are just like, I have those cards already, so why am I going to buy it? So I think that and the price of it, that's also what got people, is it was so expensive because of those time shifted foils in each box potentially, and those prices are insane. If you can get your hands on those, it's just those are
foil
ridiculous.
Ponder time shifted for
$800.
Is it $800?
$800 for one right now. I just looked at it.
What?
Yeah. So it's pretty insane with that stuff. But that's why I think right now is kind of the time to start picking these up. We're already, I know, Strixhaven is already being almost all spoiled. It's at least more than half spoiled by this point because we're hundreds in. So we're already moving on to the next set. So I don't think they're not going to be making more. They did their print run and they're moving on. So, and then we'll have Modern Horizons 2 around the corner. So I think right now is your time spiral. Pick up those cards that you don't have. One thing that you did mention in the unsnipped, and maybe mention again, what do you want? What do you like about this set? There was a specific thing that you wanted to kind of continue.
So I mean, like, if they did old style border, I think that would be nice. I think people like that, but I would prefer it if they continued to do that. So like the next set, go with a Lorwyn block set. And just put all the good cards, reprint them in there, and I think that'd be gas. It'd be awesome.
Gas? God, you just want fart noises in here. So
hopefully, I said tutor a lot.
Do you have like a little
during my
post-it
one
note
spec.
next to your camera that you're just like, say gas and tutor a lot?
Pick the tutor. So like, I think that would be really fun, really good way. I think I'd prefer that over Masters sets.
I like that idea with that. Yeah.
Even though like I don't buy Master sets, and I wouldn't buy this, but it at least like it's giving people a second chance of getting in on the sets before they got into the game.
Yep.
You know, if they were doing this way back when, so like, you know, you don't do it from, but like if they did like Mercadian Mask block or Scourge block or Onslaught block, like that'd be fun because I don't have a lot of those cards because that's when we were like middle school, high school,
right,
not really playing. And so that would entice me a lot more because it's just like a more condensed version of 3 sets, but it's so long ago that you kind of know what's good and what's not and how you're going to entice those people to buy. And so,
yeah, I could agree. I like the,
so I think it's good for newer players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking a block and turning that into a master set. I like that a lot.
And I think they're going to lose that as well eventually, because whenever they changed the block system, I think that was after Khans of Tarkir, when they started going to like 2 and 1 sets.
Right.
Like they're not going to be able to do it forever.
Yeah, exactly. You can only go so far, but
if they do this once a year, they can do it for 5-6 years and be as successful as this short print run. You know, consider it a draft set, and I'd bet it'd be a ton of fun.
Yeah, and you do that 5-6 years, and then you move on to back to Masters sets.
Yeah, yep. And then people aren't, you know, sick of Masters because they were doing 2 a year. Yeah. There at the end, you're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Trying to make money. And they're like, I know. Secret layers. We'll make tons of money there.
I think they are.
Yeah, getting a ton. All right. So finally, not a 2-hour long episode. This will be easy cutting. Yeah, I know. All the cards that we talked about. That's going to be a lot of fun cards. So again, if you want to see the cards that we talk about, check out YouTube. You can fast forward through or whatever, or that's where you can watch us too. That's totally fine. You can watch us there. Otherwise, that should do it for this week. We'll probably be talking about legendary stuff from Strixhaven next week. We'll see. I think everything should be out by then, but we'll see.
I think so.
But yeah. All right. Well, that should do it for this week. We will catch you guys next week.
Thanks for listening.
See ya.
Bye.
Take it.
I love boobs, I'm talking tatas. I love boobs, I'm bonkers for honkers. I love boobs, thanks for the memories. I love boobs.